Hi everyone, it's Justine. ASOS is one of the biggest online retailers when it comes to clothes. I often get asked what I think about them, how is the fit, is the quality high enough? And truth is I don't know because I've never ordered anything from that website. ASOS used to be a classic retailer selling other brands. Now they're selling more and more their own in-house brand, which is called ASOS Design. So I want to order some test items from that website. Have a look, have them shipped to me, look at them in real life, and have a qualified opinion next time one of you asks me. So this video is a comprehensive review of the house brand of ASOS, not like a regular clothing haul, but from my perspective as a designer. I'm starting with a tailored dress because I want to see how they place the darts and the waist seam on this one. The model is 1.75 m and is wearing European size 36. I'm looking at the size table. I see that my bust would be a UK size 8. My waist is a size 10. My hips are a size 12. Wow. This means that the reference body that they're working on is the shape of a very slim, very thin rectangle model. And I'm a pair, so we're not going to be friends. Either the top will fit or the bottom. It's not going to be easy. I'm going for size 10, aka a European 38, which is one size bigger than what I usually get. And hopefully it fits, we'll see. Then I'm seeing lots of designs involving lace. Lace is very expensive to produce, and this one is a very cheap evening gown. The photo seems blurry. Maybe they don't really want us to see the quality of the lace. The description says polyester. I would guess the fabric is like what, a thick satiny synthetic fabric? Well, at that price you can't get silk clearly. I'm gonna get a EU size 38, like for the red dress. My hips have space, that's no problem at all in this design, but I don't want the sleeves in lace to be too tight, so I don't want to go down to my regular 36, I'm gonna stick to 38. I'm looking for a pair of fitted pants now to check the quality of their tailoring. Here the model is 1.78 m tall, that's almost my height. She's wearing EU size 36. I have hips, so I'm gonna go with size 38, just to be on the safe side. That should fit properly. Polyester, viscose, elastane. So I hope that the inside, at least, what's against the skin, will be in viscose rather than in polyester. We'll see. Now I want a party top, like with sequins or embellishments, so we get something that's not just plain fabric and trying to find different things. You can tell I'm shopping the full scope of the website. Isn't it fun? Size-wise, you can't do anything wrong with this simple top. It has a front, a back, and little cord straps here or ribbons crossed in the back. It's a boxy design, very forgiving, so I'm going to take the size recommended by the size table for my bust size, and that's a 36. I want to try something else with embellishments, like a beaded top or something. Let's try this one. It's not my style or my taste at all, but I'm curious to see how they attach the beads onto the fabric. I don't know how they can possibly do it at that price level, unless they're not paying the garment worker a proper salary and or the sewing must have issues. At that price, it's quite a bit of work if the top looks like on this photo. The product description also says time to shine. That's sweet. It's not really helping me understand if it will fit, but okay. Here I'm going with the size 36 as well. If you're tall, you know it's a common issue. I'm tall. Things are always too short, and this is supposed to be a tall design, so I'm going to take this one and hope that it covers my belly. Oh, and I'm also going to get a pair of basic leggings just to see one basic item. Here I found a tall design. Let's hope that the legs will be long enough for me. It says viscose elastane. Okay, so this should be very bendy and stretchy. All right, I'm gonna go with size 38 again. So I tried different shapes, fabrics, materials, cuts, etc. Now let's wait for the items to come and have a look in real life. Here I am again. I received everything. It took 3 days. I'm gonna unpack this and we'll try it on. The red dress does not seem to have the proportions it had on the photo. The waist is placed higher somehow. The sleeves can be zipped. There is a zipper at the back. The hips are impossibly tight on the dress form. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to get in at all. We'll see. The fabric of the black dress is just heavy and stiff. It's not what I expected. The lace sleeves are super stretchy. They might be quite tight. The bust part is actually covering another bust part in a more lightweight fabric. This wasn't visible on the photos. And there is a zipper at the back. This I knew. Then the navy tailored pants with the side pockets look quite big. I'm afraid I got a wrong size. But since they're supposed to be wide-legged, I will just try them on and see. Maybe they fit after all. Surprise with the sequin top. The top of it, the part around the breast, doesn't match the bottom. It's so tight. I can't even get it onto the dress form, so it will clearly be too tight around the bust for me, for sure. Also, the straps turn out to be simple elastics, which I couldn't tell from the pictures either. The pink top takes the art of taking deceiving photos to a whole new level. If you take a closer look at the beads, it looks so cheap. It's like wearing plastic. The leggings look fine. The legs are really long, which is good. This is what I wanted. The fabric is a bit shiny, probably from the viscose. All right, now let's see how everything looks on me. I'm now wearing a t-shirt bra with no padding or push-up effect whatsoever, because I suspect that at least the silver sequin top is going to be quite tight around here. So I'm making these already as small as I can. What I noticed first is that the placement of the darts on this supposedly tailored dress is completely off. The bust darts are here, my bust is here. My waist is here, and the dress is here. These darts here and on the back are meant to hug my hips. My hips are here. Which is why around the waist I have this extra fabric here, which is meant to be around the hips. Then the sleeves are too short. If I close the sleeve, I can't move anymore because I'm missing fabric here. If I open here, I can put them up, but then I can't close the zipper anymore. Then they saved on the inside of the dress in all corners. You don't have a lining, usually you would here, so that you don't have the seams or the darts touching your skin. Here there is none, so you can feel everything. It's a bit tight around the hips. This I knew because I took a size between 3 sizes that were recommended to me, so that's okay. But this here just doesn't work. It's meant for a person who is so much shorter than me. I would actually label this as a petite garment. It's clearly not a regular size given the shape of the pattern. So this black dress here, the fabric is a lot cheaper than I thought. It's not satin, it's actually very thick polyester, neoprene that doesn't breathe at all, and it's getting hot in here immediately, I can tell you. The edges are left raw, so the finishing is not good. Then I'm missing fabric here under the armpit again, or I pull the sleeves up to give me more space here, and then the sleeves are just ridiculously short. Here the waist is super high. It's not empire waist, it's like a bra. Yeah, I can't breathe in there. And supposedly the top should be the size of me according to the size table. But if I go one size up to give me more space here, I will completely get lost in this. It's not flattering at all. The lace is itchy, it's super cheap, super stretchy. If you make a scratch in there, it will all unravel. This is clearly not the dream ball gown, and I'm going to take it off before I start sweating in this. This sequin top that was supposed to be silver and ended up being holographic. It doesn't look like on the picture. The pattern is just wrong. It wasn't hard to do. You only have a front and a back, and still they got it wrong. I don't have enough space here for the breasts. You can see when you breathe in, it's too tight here. And then I have this extra fabric there hanging, which I don't need. What matters is to have darts here. This is what they're missing. It would make the bust fit, and you could be properly fitted here around the waist. This is really not flattering. The straps are what they are. I really wanted little ribbons or cords. This is just an elastic. Yeah. And then the sequins are not silver. They're just holographic plastic. It's not my type at all. This top here is my biggest disappointment in the entire shopping experiment. First, it's too short. It's too short and I'm missing fabric here, so it lifts up so much. my belly button is here. I don't know how they define tall sides, but this is just not working. Then the beads are super cheap plastic. It looked a lot more expensive and high quality on the photos. You can also see between the beads, the thread everywhere. It's done in the most quick and dirty way possible. The fabric underneath is a cheap net fabric that's itchy, and they use the same fabric as the lining on the inside. Normally when you have a top like this with beads, with itchy material on the surface, you use a soft fabric for the lining to make sure that your skin is protected and won't be scratched by the beads. So in this case, the beads come through, and every time you move, it's itching. Also, this top costs 51 euros, but I'm wondering if this was sewn by hand. I really want to question if the garment worker who made this garment was actually paid a fair wage, because it's a lot more work than 51 euros, and then you still need to ship, you still need to buy the fabric, etc., etc. Just doesn't add up. These pants are probably my best pick so far, so to speak. The hips fit well, which is a good start. The waist doesn't. The waistband is sticking out because they cut the pattern straight instead of curving it, but I guess you could solve that by adding a belt. The pants are really long. For once, I'm gonna need to have the hem shortened, which is really rare in my case. The main problem in this pair of pants is the fabric. It is polyester, cheap one, you can tell. You can hear it. You can hear it's not nice wool that falls nicely, or a mix of thick cotton. And inside the pockets, it's even worse. So this is sweaty. This is really plastic. I know no one sees it, but I put my hands in there, so I know, and I sweat. Conclusion, I'm gonna send the pants back as well. These leggings, item number 6, they're supposed to be tall. They're extra long, and here they're high-waisted. So even if you're even taller than I am, you'll still fit in this one. The problem is the fabric. It's viscose elastane, which is a good mix, but somehow it is tight, itchy a little bit. You can see it shine. This I hate because it looks cheap, and it sees through. Look at this. You could totally tell which underwear I'm wearing underneath. And in fact, I've tested these leggings compared to 4 other pairs in my previous video on how to wear and recognize good quality leggings. I will link this video in the corner and down below in the description if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, let's review all this. First off, sizes at ASOS are obviously completely inconsistent. They probably have the patterns made by different companies spread across the whole world, probably overseas, somewhere where it's cheaper, and there is no one making sure that measurements are consistent across the designs. When you buy from a good brand, several garments in the same size, they will fall the same way, which is a sign of proper quality. I'm guessing here with ASOS that if I ordered, let's say, the red dress 3 times in the same size, they might even fit differently within one size, and that would be an obvious sign of very, very low-cost production. Stay away. In terms of designs, they're cutting corners everywhere they possibly can. For instance, the red dress has no lining on the inside. The leggings are very thin and even see-through. The tailored pants have a nice gut, but the cheapest fabric. The silver sequin, holographic sequin top is missing darts to make it fit properly, etc. Then the photos are not accurate. Think of that pink top, which looks so much better on the picture than in real life. The proportions are weird. Remember the black dress? It's so tight and so high up here, whereas on the red dress of the same size, it fits better around here. The sleeves are too short, the pants are too long. It feels like the pattern parts are not matching the same body. One more thing I'd love to know. Where and how are ASOS clothes produced? Because the prices are way too low. The quality is low. The fabrics are super cheap. Production happens overseas. In my head, there's an alarm going on because that sounds a lot like fast fashion. So I really want to know that ASOS is producing under fair working conditions and paying the garment workers properly. Would I recommend clothes by ASOS? Nope. Will I return every single garment that you saw today? Yes. I did a video previously to help you recognize which other brands are fast fashion. With a few tips and tricks, it's easy to recognize, and if you want to stay away from brands like that, then you can make an informed decision. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to know if you're interested in me testing further brands and products in a format similar to what we did today. If yes, which brands are you interested in? Let me know in the comments. I will see you very soon again for a new video, and until then, take care. Bye bye.